The man knows how to work a crowd. Look at that. That is experience. I walk out on this stage and I go, hi. You come out here and you give
No, same.
Kisses.
Oh, God, you don't have to be in show business to love beautiful women.
Look at that.
Oh, thank you. Oh, God. Oh, hey, we have a show going on here.
No, I am not interrupting.
We're working on our menage a trois later for Trump Plaza, and you trying to do a show.
Arsenio Hall just said he's going to have sex with 2 women after this.
Oh,
Guys, thanks so much for being here.
what's up?
Congratulations on Greatest Hits.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're excited.
This show is so cool. This show is sort of like the hits of the 80s and the 70s, but with artists from now and then doing it together. And
Okay,
so,
wait.
like,
I'm going to let her explain it because she does it better than you and I.
Okay.
Because we left out the 2000s in his explanation.
This is the rundown. So it's
Backstreet's in there. So 2000s.
Backstreet is in there.
Back. All right.
Lawsuits hit AOL.
Hilarious.
So this show is capturing like the biggest songs, the biggest hits from 1980 through 2005. And each episode is the 5-year chunk. And it has like the artists that sang the hits, collaborators, new artists, people to come in and honor that artist. It's insane, y'all. It's so cool.
Yeah, she actually did 3 different artists' songs.
Yeah, I got to perform and I did a mashup of Shania Twain, Queen.
What
And
Shania Twain song did you do?
Man, I Feel Like a Woman. And I even did like the top hat with like the lace thing.
The veil.
The veil.
You can tell she's not married. The lace thing.
The thing.
Of course, look who's talking, by the way.
And then Britney Spears and Maroon 5. But I mean, the collaborations are insane. We have Backstreet and Meghan Trainor, Andre Day and Bonnie Raitt.
Oh my gosh. I mean, we have legends like Bonnie Raitt who chose, artists that they wanted to sing with or songs they wanted to sing. There is a situation where Little Big Town.
Little Big Town.
Little Big Town.
Yeah, Little Big Town goes after Alicia Keys' Falling, and they crush it. They all that and a stack of napkins, y'all. Little Big Town.
They're incredible.
The harmony and stuff.
My country people.
Yeah,
My country people.
we got a lot of good country, a lot of good hip hop. LL came and we said, whatever you want to do, whoever you want to bring. Yep. LL brought Wiz Khalifa, and it was not only a great song, but that was the day weed was coming through the vents. Because
we were like, what's that smell?
Yeah,
oh, Wiz is here.
Because she's
Wiz
22, and I'm saying, I'm gonna tell you what that smell is. That's your inspiration for the next thing we're gonna do. Because we were funny right after that.
What song did LL and Wiz do?
Wow.
Can we say that?
Yeah, I think I immediately started thinking of the ABC people spanking us. Can we tell?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, some things we're not
We
supposed
both
to
had
tell.
to delete tweets.
Yeah.
We're like, saw this person today.
I'll tell you, he does one of his songs, and Wiz spits a little bit of Khalifa in it.
Yeah, he does.
So it's crazy. There's stuff that goes on. I mean, like say for instance, I didn't know the history of John Legend. I didn't realize that when I used to listen to Lauryn Hill and hear really intricate keyboard parts, that it was John Stevens, who later became a legend, playing keyboards for Lauryn Hill. So when we asked him, who do you want to work with? He said, I would like to do something that's a tribute to Lauryn. So he does 2 of Lauryn's songs. And John turns it out. We have a lot of stuff like that, stuff that surprised us, I think.
Absolutely.
I had no idea that John Legend worked with Lauryn, was on those Lauryn Hill albums. That's amazing.
And those are the cool things that come out of this show. Little things like learning that Meghan Trainor used to scream for Backstreet Boys, kind of like my partner used to scream for Backstreet Boys.
Still dead.
Yeah.
Still dead.
You've said that you got into country after having been into like Backstreet and all those sort of pop artists of that time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up, my first concert was Britney Spears. I grew up listening to pop music. Yeah, amen. Hail Britney.
My first concert was Color Me Bad. Woo.
No, but the first country song I remember.
Color Me Bad.
Yeah, I was the first person to put Color Me Bad on television.
Good for you.
Yes. So you and I both just got no applause.
I would honestly say, like, rightly so, maybe. I'm not sure. Kelsey, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say the first country song I really remember listening to was Stupid Boy by Keith Urban. And that's when I was like, oh, crap, I love this so much. Like, what have I been missing my whole life? Yeah.
And
First country song I remember listening to. You want to hear what that was?
What was it?
It was when Oak Ridge Boys. Because I love music is music. It's very universal. And if you like Boys to Men because of the 4-part harmony and that low bass, you're gonna like Elvira.
That's right.
You know, music is music. It's the, you know, the slave master and the slaves came together, and it's the only good thing we got out of America's first sin.
Arsenio, you've hosted, you've had a number of shows now. Does it take a lot for you to sign on to a show? Does it have to be like a great concept? Either Arsenio is the face and it's called the Arsenio Hall Show, or what is the concept? I have to really love this.
Wow, this one was one you really love and you would do without a check. I mean, she's a joy to work with. And don't forget, most people came to know me because I tried to take television and flip it a little bit. You know, taking Boys to Men and putting it with the Temptations. You know, taking Gregory Hines and putting him with Stanley Clarke. Eclectic things like that. And when I heard that that's what this show was ultimately going to do, you know, take Little Big Town and have him do an Alicia Keys number, or have Jason Derulo come and pay tribute to his favorite artist, I realized I'll do this show for no check.
You're doing this show? No.
I need the money, though. I would do it free, but I got to, you know, take them out tonight, those two ladies right there. Yeah. See?
Trump Plaza.
Trump Plaza.
We going to catch.
Can I beg that you don't take them to Trump Plaza? I would just...
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Is there another rich man running for president who has a hotel? How many voting for Trump? Ooh.
Even if they were, I don't think they'd throw a hand up for it. You know, that's a small club that you're hiding yourself in.
But he is the Republican candidate. How can it be that no one's voting for him? You know what it's gonna be like? It's gonna be. Remember when Jesse ran, and black people was like, "I'm voting for Jesse. Run, Jesse, run!" And then we went in that booth and was like, "Shit." I'm writing in Roseanne Barr. I'm not voting for no damn Jesse. That's what it's gonna be like. I like that. I mean, I won Apprentice. I'm supposed to be a Trump fan. So you should shut me up right now and make me stop talking. Because don't it look like when he put on his makeup, they powder him with Cheetos or some shit? I'm sorry, your turn.
No, please continue.
And he don't like immigrants. He don't like immigrants? Come on. See, I didn't get fired. He should have fired my ass. Yeah. I live in L.A. He can't fuck with me.
Wait, I'm not familiar with Celebrity Apprentice. Were you on Celebrity Apprentice? Did you work with Trump?
Oh, God. Yeah, you don't watch Sunday night TV. I actually won Celebrity Apprentice. I am the Jackie Robinson of Celebrity Apprentice. I was the first black person to win. And I can't believe he don't like immigrants.
Did you ever get a tinge of racism from Trump when you were on the show? Condescension, maybe not outright racism, but a certain kind of condescension.
Oh, there was a time when he wanted an aspirin, and he said, "You take the cotton out the bottle." No. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
And then threw his head back like he made a great joke, like.
Okay, just for the record, that never happened, and I'm just starved to make these people happy. Okay?
I thought it did happen, and he followed it up with a reference to better times, Arsenio, or something awful like that.
My black person.
So, Kelsey, you had a good time shooting the show with Arsenio, I take it?
Well, there's never a dull moment. No, it's so much fun. I never co-hosted anything before.
I think I gotta go.
That's Trump's America for you.
Can you finish this one without me?
They're coming
I got warrants in New York.
They're coming for you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go on. Yeah.
No, it was just my first time doing anything like this, and so it was so nice to A, have someone who's such a legend, but B, like, we just crack up the whole time. This is what it's like. The prompter's like a guideline.
How do your directors handle that?
It's that's they want it to be a fun environment, like a kind of like a celebration, like a party show, and so
Fun is contagious.
yeah.
And we have a lot of fun, and we talk music. I mean, I told her when we first met, this kind of sealed the deal. We were talking, I said, first time, my first big gig was opening for Aretha Franklin at Harrah's in Reno. And not only has she worked Reno, but she used to listen to Aretha. And I realized, when I heard her sing, she got these soul chops, and you can tell she's taking in a lot of everything. But we start talking music, and we've been together ever since.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like my big brother.
I'm like a father. I wish I was like a big brother. But I have to be more like 30 to be a big brother. Otherwise, the parents was crazy. I'm like a father. I'm always like, you make sure they open the door for you. Yeah.
Arsenio, how exciting is it for you that you get to sort of continue doing this, get to continue mashing people up on network television?
Wow, we only did 6 of these. We've done 5. On August 4th, there'll be a 2-hour live one in L.A. And after that, I don't know if this will be something we do every summer or if I'll just be coming to your concerts and I'll be that guy in the front row saying, remember we had a show?
It's me.
Yeah. Can I come backstage? Remember Little Big Time singing Falling? Hello?
Do you guys have any say, or do you guys throw out ideas for who you'd like to see on the show or anything like that? Yeah?
Yes, one of my ideas that I would throw out a lot was I wanted her to sing because I knew people were going to see her as a great co-host, but they needed to see her do what she do. Yeah. Lord have mercy.
Lord. It was fun. I was glad I got to.
Would you sing Britney Spears, you said?
Britney, Shania, and Maroon 5. Wow. Yeah.
What Britney song? Toxic? Hit Me One More Time?
Hit me one more time.
Okay. The original.
The original Britney. The classic Britney.
You went to Toxic. That's interesting.
Toxic? I did go to Toxic. I think it's I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think it's a better song.
That's fair.
Okay, fine. We don't want to argue. Trying to set you up for an argument.
She's also a really good songwriter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
she's been writing since she was
12.
Yeah.
But I had this song called Dibs. It was my last single at Country Radio. And tell everything.
Well, Dibs, what I told her is when I was in the ghetto of Cleveland, the world champion Cavaliers, by the way, are from Cleveland. Ooh, this is rough. Oh, Raider, Warriors, Bay Area. I get it, sir. He hates me now. Okay. But what were we talking about?
Dibs.
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, you would say, dibs. I got dibs on that. Or, yeah, so when I heard a song on the radio called Dibs, it blew me away because I thought it was something from the ghetto that was gone. And she has a song called Dibs, and I realized that there's a thin line, once again, between country and the ghetto.
Amen.
Yes, and her song Dibs. But my favorite song that she's ever done is Love Me Like You Mean It.
I mean,
You got plans later.
we got like
You got plans.
I think we got like
later.
8 minutes left of this. Can you guys hold out a little bit longer?
That's crazy. He's trying to do an entertainment show, and y'all trying to make this some venture at Ray J's house.
I mean,
Yeah. Yes.
we can put Kelsey and I can put the mics down, and we can just let you guys have at the stage if you want to.
Oh, could we talk about the Rascal Flatts tour?
Yeah, please.
Guess who's middling on that tour?
You?
My girl. I tried to get the gig, but my girl got it.
Kelsey, that sounds exciting. And can I be honest? I'm more excited for Arsenio Hall to be midding on the Rascal Flatts tour.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's like, so it's good to have y'all here.
That's awesome. Congratulations on
Thanks,
that.
thank you,
When
yeah.
does that start?
It started last weekend, actually. Yeah.
So how long are you going with that?
I do that through September, and then I do a headline tour. I'm going to try that out for the first time later this year. It'll be fun.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Arsenio, can I say I miss your interviews on television?
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
You did one of my favorite interviews of the last few years, which was your interview with Tyler, the Creator. I thought that was such a fantastic interview with that guy.
You know,
very few people give him the respect that he deserved. And I think you did that while also at the same time sort of testing him a little bit.
Yeah, he's a creative kid. And it threw me off because he got on the couch and he laid down, if you remember. Yeah. And I love that because it's like, oh, let's go with the moment. You know, I love spontaneity, so on and so forth. And it was fun doing that interview. I think of the last show that was only on a year, sometimes when something don't work out, you say to yourself, why? And then you realize it did what God meant for it to do. That show was a show where I got my last Prince interview, maybe the last one in late night. There were a lot of special things that went on. And the only thing I didn't do is get to meet her, but here we are now.
Did it take you some time after the show got canceled to sort of come to terms with that show actually may have done what it was set out to do and what?
Yeah, well, that was a complicated one because don't forget that show got picked up. Jay Leno walked out, did a big announcement, read the note from CBS, and then it got canceled. They changed their mind. So that was one of those where I was like, I need a joint, you know. But yeah, it was complicated. But no, I'm one of those people that just puts one foot in front of the other and believes that everything happens the way it's supposed to. And by the way, you can't change it anyway. But I believe God does everything, even the bad things teach you something, you know.
So this is a show, Greatest Hits is a show about music. I'm curious if your guys, kind of a cliche question, but your top 5. Do you have it? Do you know what your top 5 albums, top 5 songs are? Can you give me one?
Songs.
Give me a song. What's one of your top 5 songs, Arsenio?
On the show, just in general.
In general, not on the show.
Oh.
Or it could be on the show if it made it on the show.
Oh.
Yeah. I know what you're going to say. What are you going to say?
What am I going to say?
Well, didn't somebody ask us this question and I answered it with, usually it's something Luther Vandross for me.
Yeah.
You know, or Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
You know, yes. Stevie, like the song As around the earth the sun knows she's revolving, and the rosebuds know to bloom in early May. Just as hate knows love's for sure, you can bet your mind, I'll be loving you, oh, crazy.
What about some like, my Sherry more? Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
That's on your top 5 too, My Sharia More?
That's definitely one.
Shania's going to be somewhere.
Shania's in there for me. Britney's in there for me. Taylor's in there for me. Frank Sinatra's in there for me. Oh. Yeah, oldie but goodie.
The summer wind.
Oh, come on. Fly me to the moon. Come on.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Let's open it up to the audience for some questions. Anyone have any questions out there?
Hey guys, thank you for being here.
Hey.
Which era of music do you consider to be timeless?
I think every era is timeless for different reasons, but I just probably because I'm in it right now, I think that like looking around at like my peers and my friends and people that I'm a fan of right now in music, I think it's just a beautiful time in music right now in every genre.
Who's your favorite writer?
There is a writer in Nashville. Her name is Hillary Lindsey. She wrote songs like Jesus Take the Wheel. And she's just like a boss of a female writer. And I'm just super like empowered every time I get to be around her. She's my favorite.
I love those words together. Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus Take the Wheel.
Nothing's cooler than that, but your arms too short to box with God. Yeah. Do you write every day?
I don't write every day, no.
These are questions I forget to ask her in the car.
I don't write every day, but I write when I'm in Nashville, which is few and far between. But when I'm there, I'm writing.
What's your writing process? Do you sort of have I wake up in the morning, I write, I try to get something done, and
it just depends. It depends. Like Dibs, for example, I was literally reading 17 magazine, saw the word, put it in my phone, and wrote it like 2 months later. But then I just started recording my second record, and there are songs that I wrote like 2 years ago by myself on my floor with my guitar, and then there are songs that I wrote a couple weeks ago with the track guy from LA. So it just depends.
Does it come easy, or is it?
It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing to do, write songs.
So does it come easy, or do you find sometimes that like it's also a little bit difficult to get it out?
I mean, sometimes it's hard, but I've found that the songs that I love, that I'm the most proud of, are the ones that come easy. Those are the ones that make the record.
Can I ask her one more question?
Of course.
The process.
And you can have your menage a trois.
Oh, yeah. I'll be right there. I'm curious about Peter Pan. What was the process? Where did it come from?
Peter Pan is my current single, and it's the story of the boy who won't grow up. And I just feel like there's a lot of songs that talk about like the relationships that end from one dramatic moment where someone cheats or there's this big scandalous thing and it's super heartbreaking and devastating. But no one really talks about the relationships that end that just like one person can't grow up or one person can't emotionally match the other person, and it's sad. So that's what that song's about. It's like a different kind of heartbreak.
And I have one more question.
Please.
Come on.
Sometimes I notice the wardrobe in your videos. Like there's one thing where you're in the salt flats and there's this train that's blowing in the wind. Do you have anything to do with the stuff you wear?
Yeah, I'm a girly girl, and like I love playing dress up. I have since I was a little girl, and now I just get to do it for like music videos and award shows. And so, yeah, I play with it. It's fun.
How many tattoos do you have?
3.
Can we see them all?
I have these 2, and I have one right here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Anything else, Arsenio?
That's it for now.
Arsenio, I have a question for you about hosting and your late night shows over the years. Do you have a guest, an interview, an episode that you will always remember more than anything else? Because it's one of those weird things. I don't have a late night show or anything, but I do 3 interviews, sometimes 5 interviews a day, and people ask you what your favorite interview was, and I always just go back to this one that was really at the beginning of doing it because it was the one that I was most scared about, and it just sort of sticks with me. Now it's kind of hard to have them stick with you because you're just doing the daily job of doing all these interviews. Do you have one that really sticks out that you hold on to after all these years?
Wow. We talked this morning about Bill Clinton because a lady in the elevator looked at me and she says, when I see you, I think of Bill Clinton playing the saxophone, you know? And so that's an important one to me in my career. But as a person who loves music, there are interviews that some people might not remember that were special to me, like Miles Davis. You know, just sitting with Miles, and it's like, how do you practice? Well, you know, when we talk about songwriting and what's your process, I asked Miles, like, because I went by his house once. I begged Miles to come on the show. And I went by his house, and he was painting with a trumpet beside him, you know. And I started wondering about songwriting and things like that. But he told me everything from how he exercises his lip. He used to take peas, put them in his mouth, black-eyed peas. And that's how he would work. And I'm like, stuff like that, getting interesting things like that. And, of course, his marriage to Cicely Tyson. But interviews like that, probably because how I came up watching a Miles Davis or Sammy Davis Jr. was an interview I'll never forget. And there was a musical thing that happened with the Sammy Davis. You talk about bridging the generation gap of music. Sammy Davis Jr. is sitting there, and he had told me he didn't want to sing. He just wanted to talk. And I get that. A lot of artists just want to talk. They don't want to perform because they don't get to talk that much. So Sammy says during the commercial, man, I think I want to sing. Because if I don't sing for you, people will wonder why I didn't give you everything I have. So when we come back, I want to sing for you. So we come back from commercial, and Sammy says, hey, guys, do you know Time After Time in D? And the band starts playing Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time. And Sammy does this. Because Sammy's old school, and it's a different time after time. So Sammy says, no. Time after time, I tell myself that and then my band comes in with him, you know. But it's moments like that. You don't get real moments on TV now. They get edited out because there's too much air or because that's not what we planned in the pre-interview. And I have so many things that were real, that happened on air that were real, you know, asking Eazy-E to come out of his dressing room and he opens a door with a Jason mask on and refuses to take it off, so you interview him in the Jason mask. I mean, it was an unorthodox show that didn't always depend on a planned interview. And you
mentioned briefly, and I want to go to the audience for questions again. I think we've only gotten one. Sorry. You mentioned Clinton playing the sax. Recently we had D.L. Hughley on stage, and he refers to that moment as the moment Bill Clinton really became the first black president.
Yeah.
But what was that like? Did he tell you that he was going to play the sax? Was it planned in a pre-interview?
Oh, yeah.
When he told you that, were you like, this is going to really take him over the edge in terms of a campaign, or this could kill him? Who knows how this is going to work out for him?
Yeah, you know what?
Because it really, I mean, that set him apart in that election.
Recently, I was told that whole interview came about because Hillary said to him one night, if you want to get the young vote, you should go on Arsenio. So I heard that recently, that it was her idea. So now we have him booked. He said yes. I always pushed my staff to keep asking until somebody says no, you know. And they said, will you sit in with the band? Because we found out he played saxophone. Could you bone up on it and play? And he said yes. And when he got there, will you wear my tie? Will you wear these glasses? This segment will be cool if, you know. So those were my glasses. That tie came from my staff, you know. So you keep asking him stuff. I think the last thing I asked him was, we were in the hallway, and I said, do you think Hillary would come out? And he said, why don't you go over and ask her? So, I asked her, and she says, I'll come out at the end. And that was cool, because that wasn't planned. But it's those spontaneous things that are a lot of fun that make it special. You know?
It's such an iconic moment to sort of have.
Michael Jackson saying to me once, I hear Eddie's on this week. Yeah. Say, I might stop by. You know, and he stopped by. And we had planned, once we knew he was coming, we planned because we knew he wasn't going to talk that much, you know. But the spontaneous things that went down are the special things.
I think we have time for one more question from the audience.
Hi, Arsenio. Hey. So you and I share a couple things. A love of photography.
Yes.
Right? I like your f-stop calling out on The Apprentice. What's an f-stop? She was clueless.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually really interesting. But also a love of, even though I'm younger than you, 60s music, early 70s, the heyday of. So you once said in an interview that when the Temptations came down into Cleveland, and you were a young blood, whatever you called it, and for the very first time, you see these 5 guys in their green suits with a 5-headed microphone. You said this was the moment that changed your life and made you know what you wanted to be.
Yeah,
on stage.
And it was that whole evening, dude, because first of all, I had seen green suits before, but I never saw green suits with green matching alligator shoes. You know, I mean, from head to toe, they were clean. And they did this show, and they had that microphone with 1 pole and 5 extensions, you know. And then on the way out, the lead singer, David Ruffin, like when you listen to an old Temptation song, you hear, I know you want to leave me. That was David Ruffin, and he was my hero. And I came out of the auditorium, and I saw the limos waiting, and he was sitting in his, and he looked at me, and he did this. That changed my life, man. So I was like, I want to be in that car, waving to a kid like that, with those glasses on. I don't even wear glasses, but every now and then you see me on TV, I don't need glasses, but that's the David Ruffin experience. I know you want to leave me. But yes, that was special. Do you remember a moment when you said, I want to be in show business?
Yeah, it's a funny story. I was at a Kelly Clarkson concert. It was her Behind These Hazel Eyes tour, and she had these 2 screens above her stage, and it was her eyes, pre-taped, but my 12-year-old self didn't know that. And depending on the song, they would like wink or cry or whatever, close. And I remember watching her and thinking, like, having this moment of just like, crap, that's it. Whatever she's doing, this is what I have to do with my life. And I looked up, and the eyes winked. And in my 12-year-old head, I was like, Kelly Clarkson just told me that I'm supposed to do this with my life.
It's a sign.
Guys, Greatest Hits Thursday, June 30th, 9 p.m. Congratulations on the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I mean, this was fun. I wanna thank you and thank you all because we've been doing press all day, and this is the only one I would do twice. This is fun.
Arsenio, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Kelsea, thank you.
Thank you.